To begin creating a test in QuizMaker Pro, select the Create Edit Test tab. You would make the same selection to edit a previously created quiz. If you have set an administrative password, you will be asked to provide that password. When the Create Quiz window appears, notice the Control panel on the right side. First, let's use a feature of QuizMaker Pro and add categories to the questions on this test. We will select the pre-created category set named Demo Cats. These sets can be easily created in the Preferences screen, as we will see in our next video. Our first question will be in the Science category. Second, we will select the type of question from the pop-up menu. We'll start this quiz with the default selection, multiple choice, with just one correct answer. Now let's enter our first question in the question field. Then let's enter a few possible answers. I will use the Tab key to move from field to field. If I am uncertain about the spelling of any part of my question, I can select Check Spelling from the Edit menu, and QuizMaker Pro checks the entire question, displaying possible corrections. One last thing before continuing, I need to let QuizMaker Pro know which answer is correct. I can either click on the letter of the correct answer or use the keyboard shortcuts available from the Control menu. Everything seems to be in order, so I click New Question to move on. This question will be the type short answer with up to 7 required answers. This question will be in the History category. Because this question is rather long, I have saved my typing to the clipboard. Here is the question. This seems a little bit small and difficult to read, so I'm going to use the sizing feature to make this question just a little bit larger. Notice also that I forgot to capitalize the words Civil War, but this allows me to show a feature of QuizMaker Pro 2013. I will highlight those words, then choose Change Case from the Control menu. I will now enter the correct answers that my students will need to enter. The students may enter those answers in any order, and they will still be counted as correct. Since there are 3 required answers, I can make this question's points worth either 1 or 3. I will choose the latter option. Now the test taker will receive 1 point for every correct answer. Finally, before moving on, I'm going to style parts of my question. I will make the titles Valley Forge and Civil War italic for a better appearance. I am now ready to go to a new question. The third question will be a match set. I select that type, and the screen changes to accommodate this type of question. Each match will be a separate question, so this set will actually include questions 3 through 6. it will be in the sports category. I begin by entering my instructions to the test taker. I will now begin entering matches. I am using the Tab key to move from question to question. For my convenience, I will enter the correct answer directly across from the question. When the test is given, QuizMaker Pro will always scramble the location of the answers. To make the match set a bit more difficult, let's add some answers which are not correct matches. I move down the column with the Return or Enter key. Whatever points I enter will apply to each question of this match group. So I will leave the points at 1. I will click New Question to create one final question for this test. Notice that I am now on question 7 since the match set encompassed questions 3 through 6. This final question will be a survey question. Survey questions can be used to give the test taker the opportunity to provide feedback. They are not counted in the grading. Since I want the rating scale to go from 1 to 5, I can use the Defaults button to have the standard ratings entered for me. I could also edit each of these responses if I needed to. We will now finalize our test by setting the test parameters. I click that button and a new screen will allow me to set some parameters for this test only. I am going to leave the questions in sequential order from 1 to 7. Notice my category set is already displayed. I'm going to create a short notice which will appear in the right-hand control panel when the test is taken. And I'm going to have QuizMaker scramble the order of the answers on multiple choice questions. I'm also going to allow my test takers to move forward and backward among the question while taking this test. I click Saved and am asked to enter a name for my test. And click Save to have my test placed in the default folder where it must be for testing purposes. In our next video, we will add attachments and other enhancements to this test. Thank you for watching.